From around pop culture news to your homes. That's right, SKN News. And this week we've got a plethora of some good stories to bring up for you. So I hope you're ready. Grab that popcorn. We're about to begin. Let's start this out. It said, will the real Captain America please stand up? Because that's right and everything. There has been some rumors, and everybody's been listening to these rumors. The former Captain America actor, which is Chris Evans, has been cast in Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday. That's right, they're bringing back the old school. According to the Wrap, which reports Evans is the first to join the cast of the next Avengers movie since Marvel announced Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom at San Diego Comic-Con. So now you've got Chris Evans back. You've got Robert Downey Jr. back. They got a disaster of a Captain America movie that's coming, and this was the right move. And this was 5 years too late of the right move because they should have really kind of whatever money they had to throw back the Brinks truck up to the house. They should have done that before that next wave, but they didn't do it. And now we're starting to see that they're trying to right this. And a lot of people saying, "Oh well." I remember Rad wrote in the text office, that's kind of screwed up because now you've got Anthony Mackie as the Captain America. No. This clearly did not work, and I think it didn't work with the Falcon and Winter Soldier actually, and it's kind of cool that I think they're bringing back because again, I would have just if it wasn't Chris Evans, they should just rebooted Captain America and just you've got to have in the Marvel universe, you've got to have your Captain Americas, you got to have your Iron Mans, you've got to have your Black Panthers, your Reed Richards. You just need to recast these characters, and the insanity of not recasting them, I never got it. So I'm glad that he's back, and it just goes to show that Avengers Doomsday, they are doing the Deadpool Wolverine. They are looking at major dollars from this
Well,
because I think this is gonna hit
that's
way more than Deadpool Wolverine.
but also these two guys are the first $100 million of your budget, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
this
this
is
is getting
probably
up
going
to
to
the
be the
500
biggest.
million mark
Oh yeah,
before they
it's
make
going
the
to
movie.
be huge budget.
What I read, I think Deadline reported this was a pretty reliable film news site, is that they were trying to do a Cap America with Chris Evans and then Sharon Carter, who is also Haley Atwell's in Doomsday as well, but they couldn't get like a right script. I'm like, who can't write a Cap set in like World War II with well, you could there's so many different wars. You could just have him the multiverse, like Vietnam Cap. Like there's what are we talking about? When I read that, I was like, I know two gentlemen that are on this call right now on this podcast. This is Storm, Dr. Brantley, that I'm pretty confident can actually write a Cap script featuring Sharon Carter. Am I right? Like, could you not do that?
I would not turn down that Disney money, not one day in the world. You guys, I don't know what you guys are going to do on the podcast. Dr. Brentley and I won't be on for 6 months.
It's all good. Me, Richard, and Chet will be doing it, and we'll look forward to a box office hit with Captain America because
at least we get
missing.
At least we get movies we enjoy. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is like what's really amazing about Cap, and I'll be honest with you, I feel bad for Anthony Mackie. I love that, like Cap is one of my favorites. I think Chris Evans just did a fantastic job as Cap. And so I think like you have a chance, like I know he's going to be in this film, but like make a Cap. I would love to see Cap movies in the past and fighting different wars. It doesn't have to be current. Like it's so good. And I'm just surprised they haven't taken a stab at that. And you could even do some really great television too, if you wanted to, using multiverse and using time travel. I mean, they talked forever about like his journey to acquire the stones, like for the rumor, like write that script. More Cap, I'm all on board, man. This is one I'm fully embracing.
I think with the Mackie thing, I think they just approached it wrong. I think it was wrong right from the outgo of the last Avengers movie, where they kind of like, okay, well, by default now you're going to be Captain America, and I don't think that really worked well, and it didn't serve the character because this is Cap's right hand guy, and it just didn't work that well. And I think that by the end of that series, you were left with all of a sudden he shows up in the Cap suit, and you're like, well, it didn't seem like he had earned Captain America's moniker as well. And now with the disasters that they've done with this, even moving in Harrison Ford with his next Cap movie, they needed a winner, or else they're gonna kill one of the, like, there's the DC Trinity. Well, Captain America is like one of Marvel's Trinities. If you don't do him right, then you really, and somehow Iron Man's propelled himself up to that, but this was
Well,
the
I
one
don't
that definitely
I
had.
don't see how they didn't learn from the comic books when they killed off during Civil War, when they killed off Captain America and replaced him. Everybody hated it. So you
Yep.
should have just learned right there. You can't replace Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of those guys you need a younger actor to pop in. Hopefully, they've learned this lesson. Maybe this whole thing, we're hoping that it's going to reboot the universe, and then for the next decade or so, there's going to be brand new Captain Americans and Iron Man, so people carry on and banter. But it's really nice to see Chris Evans back. He was really a ray of sunshine. If you saw Deadpool and Wolverine, it was fantastic. And you're like, this is the energy that you can't duplicate.